Do naysayers ever bring you down with their negative energy? We all get discouraged from negative criticism, but for some reason, when somebody criticizes our book or our offering about our writing, we are particularly vulnerable. So I had approached many people to write a review for my book choice, and it's the story of a single mother who strives against all odds to keep custody of her 3-year-old daughter. So, as you can see, there's a lot at stake in this story, and most people that I approached agreed to read an advance copy and to write a review. But there was this one lady who was a mother to a daughter herself, and she wrote me back that she didn't see a spark of enthusiasm in my offering, and she just wished me good luck in finding somebody who would review my book. Now, thankfully, I had already received a lot of encouraging feedback about my book by that point. And so this didn't hit me as hard as if she had been the first person that I had approached. So, nonetheless, I really had a bad feeling about this. And I did what I always do in situations like these, which is I went on a walk. So while I was going on a walk and I was thinking about this feedback, I realized that dealing with naysayers is a universal problem that all writers have. Maybe not everybody considers it a problem, but it is definitely something that we all need to cope with because no matter what you write, there are going to be people that it's not going to resonate with and people who are just going to be very critical of it. So in today's video, I want to share with you some thoughts on how you can deal with naysayers or just anybody who brings you down when it comes to your writing. So the first thing to remember is that most of the time the criticism and especially the bad energy is not about you. There's something about your book or your offering that's really triggering this other person and they're lashing out at you or they write you something that's very unpleasant and it's about what your offering is bringing up for them. It's not about you at all. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that many times the criticism or the feedback is actually mirroring our own insecurities. So I approached a lot of people to write a review for my book, and it's possible that I may have been in a bit of a rush when I approached her, and maybe she picked up on it. I don't know. But the reason that I was triggered by her message is that I had some self-doubts myself. So whenever somebody gives you any kind of feedback and it triggers you, most likely it's mirroring some of your own insecurities that you already have. Now, number 3 is to look at the feedback or criticism from a higher perspective. What would the best version of you think about this? How would the best version of you deal with this? So obviously, writing back a message with negative energy is not in anybody's highest interest. So I didn't do that. But whether or not you keep in contact with this person really depends on your personal situation and the relationship that you already have with them. But either way, you can decide what kind of a relationship you want to have with a person who gave you such negative criticism. So it's just really important to keep it in mind that you always have the choice to look at it from a higher perspective. Number 4 is to keep writing. Don't let anybody's negative feedback or energy bring you down and stop you from writing because there are people who need to hear your story, whom it's really going to resonate with. And just because somebody says that it's not a good offering or that there's no enthusiasm in it, that doesn't mean that is the truth. So your job as a writer or as somebody who wants to be a writer is just to keep on writing. And finally, remember that you always have a choice on what you focus on. Wherever you are in your writing journey, there are going to be people who are going to support you, and there are going to be people who are going to be critical of you. That's going to be the case no matter where you are in your journey, whether you're at the beginning or you're already a best-selling author. And it's up to you to decide what you're going to focus on, which group of people you're going to put your energy toward. And I can promise you that if you focus on the people who are supporting you and encouraging you, you're going to go a lot further in your writing and you're actually going to finish the stories for your audience. And it's going to make a big difference for a lot of people. So regardless of what anybody says, you have the power to choose what you're going to focus on. So to help you with your writing routine and to help you to finish your stories and your books, I created a daily writing checklist for you. You can download it at writewithmagic.com/checklist. It's going to help you to create the mental space and the time to write, even if you're very busy, which most of us are. So you can download it at writewithmagic.com/checklist. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more bite-sized tips to help you to write.